home with the reigning champions here at Kingsholm, and a rerun of that final as Exeter are in town. 11 from 11, and that is in spite of a physio room, Gloucester-Hartpury, that is fist to bursting. No Zoe Aldcroft or Tatiana Hurd either. The Red Roses and Ireland captain Sam Monaghan, still 12 internationals they can burst in their starting 15. Emma Singh and her Buddha back in the 15 shirt. Craigie George and Mo Hunt will steer this team around with boot, hand and mind. England's Alex Matthews returns to the pack as well. But the visitors on a bumper road into this one in terms of results. That pack still remains one of the most feared in the league. Canadian Emily Tatosi and US Eagle Hope Rogers are never far from the action. They have 9 tries between them. Linda van der Velden is back from captain the Dutch side, and the back line is very consistent with Gabby Cantorna pulling it all together inside centre. Big loss on the wing, no Claudia McDonald today. Scott international Elizabeth Sinclair steps in, who has an impressive strike rate of her own. And that's what it's all about. That cup, which has been announced this morning, that final will be battled out at Sandy Park, the home of the Exeter Chiefs. It's not a long rivalry, this one, Katie, but real intensity to it. Yeah, there's the geography, but that final last year cemented this encounter. Sean Lynn, the Gloucester-Hartpury head coach, said this week that it's one you circle in the diary. Maisie Allen said this is a little bit special. And added to that, Katie, points and places at the top of the table really matter now.
Yeah, it's a huge fixture, isn't it? I think for Exeter, they've got to turn the table on this Gloucester side. The last time both teams met at Kingsholm, it was the final, like you say. So for Exeter, it's huge. Maisie Allen is going to be crucial for them. Her turnover rate, her carries, young player, but a lot of expectation on that girl's shoulders.
Well, no second album syndrome here at Gloucester-Hartpury. Won that final in style and haven't looked back since. 11 from 11, and that's with a huge injury list. But Sean Lynn can now boast, by his own design, a depth of squad envied by pretty much everyone.
I saw that look, Johnny Hammond. Yes, he can, you know. They're going extremely well. They're unbeaten. And that back three, I know I talked about Exeter at the beginning of the show, but the likes of Millie Hyatt in there, only made her debut in round 9. Young player. It's going very well. Excited to see how she goes today.
Your first time back here since the final for Exeter. Their second one in a row. You sense there's a bit of pressure around them. This morning's announcement, part of that. Tom Foley is our referee, assisted by Andy Wiggle. And Ian Bibby Terridge, the television match official. An ever-increasing number of people agree with us and think most PWR weekends are super. But this is officially the Super Power Weekend. And it gets underway here at Kingsholm with Gloucester-Hartpury against Exeter Chiefs.
Behind you then, okay? Come on, please.
Alex Tessier for Exeter, who gets us underway. Gloucester-Hartpury in the traditional cherry and white shirts. Exeter in the dark black shirts. Sarah Beckett already involved, one of the top carriers for this Gloucester-Hartpury side.
Back in. Hold in front,
George.
Okay, ringers on.
Kicking game will be huge for both today. Both like to play in the right areas, playing the opposition halves. First look at Scotland international Sinclair, no Claudia McDonald. Waiting to see what the professionals' view of bump to her neck is. Bradley, ever present. Van der Velden. Just a bounce of the ball that separated these two at Sandy Park earlier in the season. A real contest it was. As Gloucester-Hartpury raced out in the opening 20 minutes. Cagey opening minute here.
It is, but it's good to see, you know, both teams want to play. Nobody's sitting there just playing kicking ping pong. And I think for me, it'll be really interesting to see which team builds, I suppose, more builds better into this first half.
No lift.
There's Mo Hunt. George. Couldn't take it then. Beckett. Fly out to head. Carey will make up for the mistake.
The bounce of a ball, it started already, didn't it? But it's not. It's a good note from Clecky George. You know, teams will talk about not overplaying in the middle of the field. Gloucester was starting to do that. It was good defence by Exeter. Put something up in the air and is asking wingers to turn and take with their back to the ball. It's a hard take.
Good opportunity to talk about the conditions. We've had sleet, we've had rain, we've had light snow here in the West Country already this morning. It is going to be greasy out there.
I'll give you a mark, I'll give you a mark.
And that's the kick you see there. It's really difficult. You want to take that ball as a winger coming forward onto it. She's got in behind her where she's had to turn. She doesn't know the pressure is on. So a very sensible start from Clecky George.
Who's in, guys? No step for me.
Set piece, trump card for both these teams. Line out such a weapon in this league. Alex Matthews backing up. Edge takes the line out. Then the forwards come around.
From the start. Okay, we get now.
Referee Foley having a hard look at that.
Ball is here. Ball is there. Still available.
Ball still available, says the referee. What a contest that is. It's gone to ground now. Gloucester-Hartpury haven't used the ball. They took it in. So it'll be an Exeter Chiefs foot in to the scrum.
She saw the line, she tried to get down
First
to the line,
test,
and then she
passed by Exeter.
Yeah, huge. I think, you know, you look at Gloucester-Hartpury's line-out success, it isn't where they're most dominant. Scrum, they're much more comfortable. But here, solid line-out, solid throw. It is reasonably well set. But what Exeter do really well is to get a little shift on. So as soon as Gloucester come round, they can get players in and under the ball. And in that case there, that ball is never coming out. It doesn't come out. It's an easy turnover.
Let's go, Danny.
Thank you, former fly half Katie Daly-McLean.
Binds.
It's going to be a long day.
Tomorrow, Taylor, just shaking your head at home.
I thought that was pretty accurate, to be fair.
It is very accurate indeed. Look at this scrum from Gloucester.
Offside. Angle first. Tight head first, angle.
They've done it legally.
Angle first.
The angle. From there, tight head. Moored near the red rose. Call came in from the assistant referee. So just get a chance for Gabby Cantorno just to breathe a little lighter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? You know, you look at this scrum here, he's saying angle first, so you're looking at 3 on her back and Cherry, that she hasn't gone straight, she's gone in. Could be an interesting battle in that front, you know. There's some great, Perry Jones, Muir, Rogers, Tatosi Menin, some all internationals, very, very interesting dark arts, shall we say, going on in there.
Right out is bobbling around. Eventually finds Hannah Jones, a real calming influence in that midfield for Gloucester-Hartpury, with a few youngsters around, the likes of Metcalf and Hendy and Hyatt as well. You'll be talking about the 12 already. A little tip-off from Gloucester on attack. They like to use well. Beckett involved and they have advantage here. Hunt goes down that short side, finds Jones again. Emma Singh with that boot. Oh, it's dribbling. Emma Singh! Gloucester strike first.
I think she picked up and grounded it. It'll be checked anyway, all right?
They were playing the advantage. They saw the opportunity down that short side, and this lady, with a siege gun kicks out of her own 22, or the neat footballing skills in and close to the body, Emma Singh is having an exceptional season and strikes first here.
Again, came from that lady Mo Hunt, little jump we didn't see, but here, great touch, isn't it? It's a lovely kick in behind, she's identified space, but those footballing skills to be running at pace, a nice little touch, and then that pick up there it's phenomenal, you know, something that young girls, if you're young boys, if you're watching it, go away and practice those skills, because when you're under pressure, moments like that, they are crucial.
Oh, time on, please.
And it seems so simple, doesn't it, Katie? But it is greasy, it is cold, wind whistling around, you've got players on you. Fabulous piece of skill. And let's see. 74 points in the league so far this season. Try number 6 for her. In and around the 70% mark for kicking from the tee. Can't convert her own score, Emma Singh. Remains 5-0. And like it was down at Sandy Park, it's Gloucester-Hartpury who strike first between these two.
Sorry, that was my pass more than your cat. Which way are you going?
From that
Right.
unorganised line out, the throw, the jump, the lift wasn't quite correct, but Gloucester-Hartpury took full advantage. A wobbly one from Cantorna, but Bethan Lewis, one of the Welsh players alongside Hannah Jones in this Gloucester-Hartpury team.
Stay there. Good, thank you, 7.
Part of that recently announced Wales squad. Brock. Pass out to Pipendi for the coach's praise. The last game against Sale. George. Let's take it a little bit high. Gwen Crabb, great to see her back. And Beckett with quick hands to Brock. Lewis was involved as well, then Hendy again. Exeter, interestingly, leaving that breakdown alone at the moment.
Not got advantage.
Look on for Exeter to play some advantage here. None comes for
First
Bradley.
from red, second from black.
That's nice continuity from Gloucester-Hartpury, isn't it? Even in these conditions, the handling of skills are excellent.
So we felt,
It is, and what's really interesting for watching it up high is how Gloucester are going back down those short sides, so they're not going the same way. Mohan's having a look up nice and early, and it's maybe something that they identify that Exeter do, that they don't number up on their short side, and they think that can potentially, in this is, they do get Bethan Lewis away, but that they're getting more numbers in there and allowing to exploit the space. So it'll be interesting to see as the game goes on whether Gloucester keep going back down that short side.
Crouch!
Lock on from Alex Matthews. Defence was good from Exeter.
Get your balance, please, Gloucester.
So it's a penalty and a free kick. The first 2 scrums for Exeter, 2 of the best scrums statistically in the league, of course.
Yeah, it's interesting. Again, I'm going to use that word all day. But you think Gloucester have a very, very dominant scrum. It's been operating up around 96% this season. So whether Exeter are going after it, they feel like it's something they can get a bit of a nudge ahead. And for the last 2 scrums, they've both gone Exeter's way.
Very little between them. See, 96, 97% these two. Bradley gets it in, it's twisted round. Makes it harder for Bradley.
Release everyone! Everyone away! Good stuff.
And then Mo Hunt, the orchestrator, the P.T. Barnum of this Gloucester side.
Play all backwards.
Squirts out for Bradley, she reacts.
Hold
and then
9.
Deutsch to her opposite number, Singh. The Gloucester-Hartpury fullback. Once again, that's flat to L. Perry, back now.
No, slip, no play.
Back in the England squad as well after giving birth. George, there's not a huge amount on, and then puts one of those up. Gabby Cantora, no problem at all. They're a highly experienced player.
Thank you.
Talking to Susie Appleby this week, she really is the fulcrum, that cement between this Exeter Chiefs backline Kobayashi, the Japanese player, Tessier. First language is French, and Cantona just in the middle of it all.
No pull.
Emerson rather got in the way there of Alex Mackey. Here's young
Regathered.
flanker, Georgia Brock.
Good work, 13, thank you.
So no contest in that breakdown.
You've got to play it right down exactly where your second receiver's going to be. We'll go scrum here, okay?
Stopping for the injured player. I think it's Greg Crabb who's down. Long time out with a ACL injury, of course, around one of the Six Nations last year against Ireland. Wasn't adds to her 27 caps, but getting some treatment.
I find it quite hard because when we feel like the loose side's quite on an angle a lot. Is there anything we can do from our perspective?
This next scrum, I'm going to be on that
No
side
worries,
anyway.
that's
All right.
absolutely fine, sir.
All I thought on that one was that you probably
It's the
stepped back
first
a
of
little bit to go forward.
two games with us here on TNT this weekend from a supercharged, super-powered weekend. Tomorrow we're off to Franklin's Gardens as Loughborough Lightning take on Sale tomorrow at 2:30.
Okay,
And next Friday back here at Kingsholm, Gloucester-Hartpury up against Harlequins. 7:15 for that one on TNT Sports 1.
Let's start building then.
Sad to see Gwen Crabb getting herself off the field.
Stability was much better that last one, same again, yeah?
Kate Williams is the player who comes on for her. New Zealand-born Welsh international, otherwise in the Welsh squad.
Come on then.
Hope that's precautionary. With plenty of important games.
Ball comes in over the mark.
And it's never nice to see though, isn't it? Look like a leg, knee area.
Don't panic, don't panic.
She's just come back from it. Sean Lynn doesn't need anyone else on his injury list, does he? Allcroft.
Crouch!
Tatiana Hurd, Mackenzie Carson, Mia Venner, Rachel Lund, Kerry Lake, Castellucci, Monahan, Taylor, Robin Tanley.
Let's go, break!
Hendy. Oh, Hendy's got there! Gloucester-Hartpury making full use of that short side.
I saw a really, to be fair, I saw a really good contest there where she was fighting to stay in it. All right, and then the ball popped out the back. Perhaps if it had gone a bit longer.
Was it? The neatest of scrums, but Gloucester-Hartpury just sparking into life.
Yeah, from that lady Emma Singh, isn't it? You know, carrying the ball in two hands, making Exeter defenders make a decision, and what strength that is to finish. You know, she drags Edith Sinclair over the line with her. But for me, Emma Sinclair, great work. She commits two of Exeter's defenders there, and just the strength to finish. She only made her debut in round 9, another one of Sean Lynn's younger players, should we say, but looks like she's got a bright future.
Second try of the season, scored in the first minute against Sale. Just 20 years of age. Emma Singh only 22 years of age, already a Premiership winner.
Nope.
Good strike from Emma Singh, just needs to reset the sat-nav.
Yeah, she's a very good goal kicker, you know, generally up and around 70%. Here we see the best of her, though, don't we? It's just that little hitch kick, isn't it? Double step, commits both defenders. But yeah, she'll be disappointed with her goal kicking, because if this game is going to be close, every point counts.
Back by black, sorry, my mistake. Play on.
$19-0. Gloucester came out of the blocks at Sandy Park back in December when these two met. A bounce of the ball that popped into Mia Venner's hands. She's here today, Mia Venner on the far side, watching along with the rest of the physio room attendees. Sinclair. That sparked Exeter into a response. Muir was shoved out of the way. Bowling around, it's a little bit too messy for the referee's liking, and we'll take the first knock on, which was from Gloucester-Hartpury, and Exeter will have the scrum.
It's going to be a big ask for Exeter. You know, this Gloucester concede the least amount of tries of any team in the PWR. And this moment here, you see it. Good carry. I think that's Maud Muir that gets bumped in that instance, you know. Very, very good defender. But Exeter will need a lot of this today if they're going to break this Gloucester side down.
It's a great balance, isn't it? There's so much experience, international players in amongst them. As you'd expect with the close links to Hartpury University. Blended shortly inside as Johnson is caught behind the gain line. And often we can say that. Here's Poppy Leach. Only missed one PWR game for Exeter. 67th consecutive game. Alex Matthews is down as play continues. Bobbling out to touch. And
I've seen that here from you, that's why I'm not rewarding.
Worrying for Gloucester-Hartpury, and looking slightly further ahead, of course, to the Six Nations just around the corner.
It's not conventional, you know, but fair play to Tessier. They need a bit of territory, and she's just given that, not bothered to drop in it and just sent it down. And I think for Exeter, this territory is going to be really, really important. However you get there, you're going to have to play in Gloucester's half.
I didn't think they did.
Played against Alex Tessier.
I don't see the nudge forward on that one.
Back in the day.
If it had been anything, it would have been a reset.
She has been playing a while.
Tell you what I'm seeing it. Go forward first if you want the reward. All right?
I give you that for free.
Yeah, there was a touch of sort of whammer about that, wasn't it? Have it. Tessier kicks that ball out. I wonder what have it is in French.
That's fine. Stay there, stay there.
Quebec-born, of course. Alex Tessier brought in Liz McGovern this season. They fly out the last couple of seasons, and that combination at half-back cited as one of the reasons Exeter just a few little bumps in the road as Menin takes it.
Ball is there. Good, thank you.
50 caps for Canada.
Say again. Yeah. Wait, it's just over here, man. Sorry.
Poppy Leach has been
Nothing
singled out for
nothing the tackler could do.
Illegal clear out of the ruck around the neck roll. Been the vocab used by the officials. Despite those injuries we've been talking about for Gloucester-Hartpury, their shape and their pattern of their game has stayed incredibly consistent. This lady has been at the forefront of it. Halfback started all 11 games. Hunt started 9, but appeared in all 11. You have that consistency and quality at halfback. That shape is easier to keep hold of.
It is, and these guys, they link really well together. You know, they play a really nice blend of rugby for me. They've got a good tactical game, but they like to move the ball as well.
Line out for the home side. Nuts and bolts need tightening, don't they? Kelsey Jones again over the top. Alex Matthews is back doing what she does best, busting into defenders. Bethan Lewis again, well, for the first time this afternoon. Great quick hands for Kelsey Jones, and it's a great turnover. Katie Buchanan.
11 first person in the field.
They have dropped that ball earlier on, but that is a turnover of real quality from a young lady I know England are looking at very closely.
Yeah, do you know what it is? And it's a sign of a good player, isn't it? That you can do it, you can have an error, but then you can go and make up for it, and you can do something positive for your side. Katie Buchanan definitely did that then.
On end of the line. End of the line there, then, Gloucester, please.
But this, for me, it's lovely, isn't it? We've mentioned that lady, Bethan Lewis, before. What soft hands just to get is Kelsey Jones away, but great time and great technique. Monch is in there, very, very strong character to try and move.
And extended. England's got only 20s to an aim so far. Transitional contact, and here she is again with ball in hand, and she was trying to get it away, wasn't she, to Kobayashi, who is in close attendance. Wasn't that right-hand side from Bradley?
Thank you.
Quicker ball here. Both like to play with so much tempo. That right.
No, don't do that.
Makes it just slightly quicker in terms of their speed.
Not on the ball.
On average through this season. Bradley again is caught by Mo Hunt.
Still in the metre. Ball's not clearly out. It's within the last foot.
Ball is not clearly out.
It's in the last foot. Not going anywhere.
Right in front of the sticks here, Katie Daly with clean. It's the Jean Bouin 2014. What are you doing?
I think Exeter have got to take the points here. Like I said, Gloucester have a very, very good defensive rate. They're also even better in their own 22. They have the most turnovers of any side. However, it looks like Tessier disagrees and is going to the line.
Well, it's Poppy Leach, wasn't it? Who said, no, let's get ourselves into the corner.
Back in their line out now, but it is crucial that they take some points from here, Johnny.
55% of their tries this season have come from the line out.
Still last
Totosi,
vote, yeah?
5 tries. The Exeter hooker. First part done. Line out is taken and they drift in field. It's past the 15-metre line and then they split it off and they're running to the line. Exeter, they were right to back their line out. They've got the 5 points with a conversion to come. That is backing yourselves, isn't it? That is confident work from the Exeter Chiefs, and Emily Totosi just adds another one.
What do I know? So I played play half and I wasn't in the line out. But really, really good decision-making from Exeter. You know, they had to get the drill right, and they did. And once they got moving, looked like Gloucester had done a good job to stop it, and then they just shift off. And look at the momentum that takes off it. Emily Totosi will not score an easier try this season, but great work by those players that are in front of her. And that, for me, is really, really important, because Exeter needed to get into this game. We know Gloucester don't concede a lot of tries. They needed to get a score on the board.
See that step left first.
Cantora just comes around, just floats around through the sticks. 10 points to 7. Crucial try. Let's get a reaction of the head coach for Exeter Chiefs. Susie Appley's down there with Ashley.
Thanks, Johnny. Susie, I mean, that's nice, isn't it? To get a few more points on the board, close the gap slightly. What have you made of the opening 20 minutes or so? A real confidence piece of play just down there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were struggling to get a foothold on the game, not helped, obviously, by a yellow card, just putting pressure on ourselves. Now, that's given us a foothold on the game. Hopefully, we can start to get into it. But, you know, speed of ruck's everything. I've got another pen. So, listen, it's a game of pressure. We need to keep pressure on them, keep mounting pressure on them. And, yeah, then it becomes quite simple.
How do you unpick a team with such a strong forward pack as well? We had a few, you had a few issues at the line out already.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was an issue, driving them from 15 metres out. So, you know, their line out hasn't functioned that well. So we're going to have to look at the detail, and they are as well. And then we're going to have to make really good decisions. But as I said, we need to build pressure and then be able to convert it in appropriate areas of the field, like we did just then.
And psychologically, how difficult is it, or is it difficult to build yourself up for a game against Gloucester back where you played at the final?
It's not. It's a whole different. You know, it's a long. We're in a different season, different stages in our build, if you like, as teams. So yeah, we haven't found it difficult to get up. We're just looking at a decent performance. another pen going in our favour. So, you know, as I said, pressure turns around in games, doesn't it? And hopefully it can now build in our favour.
Building that momentum. Thanks for your time, Susie.
Kobayashi flings it wide to Deutsch. Great tackle coming in. Deutsch.
Number 4 entry. Hit on the second
Metcalf.
person. Hit on the
Go
second
back for the
person, not the person
penalty.
at the front.
But this will be worrying for Gloucester. Would have pleased
Doesn't matter if
Susie.
you have the ball or not, you
Said
hit
as
the
much,
first
didn't she?
person.
That driving line out from 15 metres out. Quite happy
Entry
with the
number
way
4.
the line out's going. You suspect they're going to touch again here.
Yeah, a bit of a momentum swing was seen. You know, Gloucester were very, very dominant for that open probably 20, 22 minutes, and Exeter now have kind of just found their feet. Like you say, some penalties, kick into the corner, like we've just seen, very dominant, very good kick by Tessier. Probably got the wind in her back as well, which makes a bit of a difference in this first half.
Is that right?
And as you watch it here, I mean, again,
We'll deal with it.
really strong driving line out. The maul is well set. Be interested to see what they can do from here.
Totosi just sets then. Where's it going? Evan Jeffries, try scorer. Last 2 finals. It's both losses for Exeter Chiefs. Sarah Beckett has gone in there. And Exeter worked this one around. Saw Steve Selvin, the Exeter forwards coach, said he got a couple of bits up the sleeve. There it is, Exeter Chiefs driving their way to the line. They think they've scored. Tom Foley couldn't be in a better position. What's the question?
Stu, just coming to you very quickly, please. I've got an on-field try. Can we just double-check how it gets in there? I lose sight of the ball as it gets over the line.
We have an on-field try.
Yeah, okay, we'll have a look.
Conclusive
On-field try, we're
evidence.
just double-checking.
You cannot
I lost sight of the ball.
try.
Not at the
Very,
moment.
very important, the wording of this question now, isn't it?
That plays in goal, so there's no issue there. So there's nothing telling, then we'll go back for the try.
It's running through the cameras, Tom.
Yeah, fine.
It's difficult, isn't it?
I'd start walking back if I were you,
Yeah,
mate.
fine.
Go with the on-field decision. It's not Totosi, she's driving this one.
Nothing compelling there then, Stu, is there? So we stick with on-field?
Referee is the closest to it, of course.
Try.
Yep.
Try, Tom.
And it has been awarded. 2 tries from the driving line out. I think it's Hope Rogers at the bottom of all that pile. USA International, she's saying this week, held together mainly with sticky tape. Time of her career. You've been there.
Yeah, I was about to say she's not even that old. I got told that once you have more than 4 body parts taped, then you need to retire.
Successful with the first conversion. Coming into this round, second only in points to Sophie de Goodie from Saracens. Oh, it's hit the upright. Very, very close, wrong side for the right-footed Cantona. She can't convert. Hope Rogers try.
I think they're setting their own gap. I don't see there's anything else. Okay, I'll have
We have a game on our hands, Katie Daly McLean.
Hold on.
10-12. Sophie George is now dropping the ball on the halfway line. So funny, isn't it, the way that games to and fro, that momentum shift fully in the way of Exeter Chiefs right now.
It is, and you know, all Cleggie George did there, she just looked up a little bit early. I think she was thinking about the 50-22s. We know she's very good at those, and it just started to pick a spot before she caught the ball. And it'll be interesting now. Gloucester have got to find their feet. The likes of Natasha Hunt, the likes of Cleggie George, Alex Matthews, their leaders on field, have to step up now and grab this tempo back. Because at the moment, like you say, all momentum is all Exeter.
Set!
Cleggie George.
Just come out of the tunnel. Let's just come out of the tunnel. We're going to go again. Ball's come out of the tunnel. Go again. There was an attempted hook.
Played cricket for Wales under 19s.
I think we just need to get a little bit higher on this side, perhaps, yeah?
I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me. She seems like a bit of an all-round kind of baller, shall we say.
Always the one. She will be involved for Wales in the Six Nations start of the last couple of games. Of course, the WXV.
Crouch!
Start against New Zealand and Australia. No,
Bind!
Eleanor Snowsill now. Shirt is hers to own and keep.
No, time off. Let's get that set up right. Okay, we're both leaning in. I think we just need to get higher and get our feet underneath so we can hold that weight, okay?
This is WXV announced to swing. Canada for WXV 1. South Africa
We need
for
to be over the mark and the ball
Dubai
comes in.
again for 3.
Seconds.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold!
They've been scrappy.
That's fine.
Scrum
that's
so
fine.
far.
Really good. Ball is picked up.
Oh, look at the contest in there. Rachel Johnson snagged by Mo Hunt.
Backwards play, hold on.
Kick is ricocheting around and Jeffries picks up the loose ball and head down. Van der Velden. Nice quick ball here for Exeter. Susie Appleby was talking about that. Georgia's got herself in the way there.
First from Black,
Just a little
second
knock
from
on
Red.
again. Well, wants
Yes,
to take advantage.
Okay, where's number 10? Can you take your jewellery off? I think it's just forgotten it,
from-
yeah. Stop time's off and deal with that.
Exeter, wasn't it,
The
to
first came from Black, second from Red.
win that scrum, but they're getting snagged at the base, aren't they? Rachel Johnson, who is an absolute powerhouse, will carry for you all day long, right through to the next week's game.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can't see either, but the rain is starting to fall. It is slippery. We are seeing a couple of errors and a lot of turnover of possession.
Okay, then let's go.
So it's going to be, for Exeter, they need to keep a hold of the ball. Like we say, they've got momentum, they've got territory. They've got to keep taking points out of Gloucester. Gloucester are going to want to play this game a little bit higher up, trying to get a hold of percentage. Haven't had a lot of possession for the last 10 minutes.
Bind! Set! Hold!
And the stats were virtually identical. Last time they played Gloucester-Hartpury, there were 19 penalties.
Ball's played.
It's just shuffled a little bit of the line out. It's the other way around today, isn't it? In terms of that line out, Emma Singh.
Hold, good.
Deutsch. The game's at 13.
Not on the
for
ball!
Kobayashi came back from when he was injured. Her ACL. But back in her favoured 15 shirt now. But Bradley.
22's on.
The kicking responsibilities just about taken.
Thank you, Ted.
Hendon, try score already. Muir with those soft hands
Tackle
that she
now.
has.
Hold in front.
Hyatt. Inside centre.
Hold, stop. Okay, now.
Chatter and whispers about the young 12.
Hold in front.
And
Hold
here's
on.
that ping pong you were talking about. Today on the clean. But Bradley
Contest is over.
stuck next to Danica Menon, didn't she? Just as a comfort blanket.
Place backwards, play on, ball out.
Easy Allen. Just tie these things up and just set stuff again.
Okay, Brooke, let's use it, please.
Bradley to place this one high again.
Hold in front.
two of the longest kickers in the league here, Tessier and George.
Get out of the 10!
Tessier replies. George going for that 50-22. Brooke Bradley, she's got hands on it. Let's just scurry back.
Take him back in!
Back in, says the referee. And Jones tries to move Brooke Bradley towards that touchline.
No, you're pulling the shirt, not the ball! She's clearly pulling the shirt. I've told her to let go. She starts mouthing off.
Just loud and clear from referee Foley. Told her to get off the jersey, she didn't. Then she's given me some mouth.
Yeah, Hannah Jones there. Something that those who will play with her will know it's a very common part, I think, of Hannah Jones's game. Very vocal for Gloucester-Hartpury.
Wales captain, of course, Hannah Jones. Was going for that 50-22 again, wasn't she?
She is, and I have problems with this because you're kicking into corners, you're kicking into 15s, you're kicking 5s. The ones that I think I find a bit dull are where we just send it down the middle and there's no outcome. But for Gloucester get an outcome there, and it was a good kick by Cakey George.
Brock. Don Exeter have gone over the top of the line out. Brock takes full advantage. Here's Jones in an offensive role. Up to Muir. That pass to Georgia. Little show and go from the Welsh fly half. Hyatt. Strong.
Not rolling.
Muir again, we're playing advantage, not rolling away. Another milk bite.
Still plenty advantage, middle of the field.
Perry. We held up by Jeffries. Now the crowd have got themselves involved. Mickey George knows the penalty is coming, tries a little kick over the top. Shot to nothing.
Yeah.
And then he thought she was away from 25 metres.
Not sure she realised how far there was to go there.
Looks confused by it, though, didn't she? She looked like she was going to take it on.
Dalika Menon is quick for a front row forward. She can shift. Whether she can shift for 95 metres, however, it's maybe a different story.
That's in front of the sticks for Gloucester-Hartpury. They decide to go with a 7-point gamble as well.
Yeah, this breakdown.
Very good kick again from Cakey George, wasn't it? Middle of the park.
Guys,
and put Gloucester, 6 metres out, but see the carries from Gloucester, when they get going, that is a great carry. Get in behind, the impact it has on folding defence, and like we said, both Natasha Hunt and Cakey George are going to be instrumental for Gloucester, if Gloucester are going to win this today.
Kelsey Jones. Get the line out right to Alex Matthews. And they go in behind.
5 out now!
Poppy Leach told to get herself out of there, helped by
I agree, through the middle, bound in.
And Exeter got right through the middle of this one. It's men in, isn't it?
And 4.
Number 3 on her back there.
Thank you, Eric. 7.
I think Gloucester-Hartpury going anywhere here, certainly not over that try line.
To ground by red, ball available.
Johnson's in there as well. It's been squirted out though for Beckett. Hyatt. Huge tackle from Tessier. But there's acres of space on the left-hand side. George goes inside for Brock. And Brock, who set it all up from a rampaging run from the line out, gets her name on the score sheet. Much to the delight of the crowd here at Kingsholm. Great set from Gloucester-Hartpury, back themselves like Exeter did earlier, and have got their rewards.
They really did, and you thought, watching that line out, that Exeter did a great job of stopping it, that Menon had got in there. But here you see a ball's moved high. It looked like she was in first. I think for me, Gloucester probably made it harder. You can look at all that space on the outside. A nice little inside ball, but probably Cakey George, I would have thought shortening is shouting for that to go wide. But a nice little inside pass, and Gloucester under the posts.
Stay behind them, Chief.
Made the conversion really nice and easy as well for Emma Singer. First out of 3. That's an entertaining half of rugby already. 5 tries. He is super duper.
See what you did there?
Here a week.
Backwards.
Rogers. And experience, just let it bounce off the boot, off the ankle. No knock on there. Tosi sets up.
Knock on by Black in the placement.
So
Knock
much
on only.
work that Exeter front row. But it's been turned over. It's just knocked on when Exeter player went to ground. And high, nice quick hands for.
That's knock on advantage over.
Perry again. Advantage is over as Gloucester-Hartpury make their way up to Exeter's 10-metre line. That's through the hands. That's knocked on from you. Another turnover for Lynch.
No advantage over.
Maisie Allen. Buchanan. Incidentally,
No, let it place, let it place.
feverishly to our left-hand side. There was so much space there, wasn't there? So I need to put it through the hands as Johnson now knocks it on in. Kelsey Jones kicks it into the hands of Jeffries, and we'll stop and pause for a moment and have a scrum.
Yeah, I've got my hands in the air, haven't I? I think for me, especially as a fly half, you know, games that are close, games that are within one score, teams that play a lot more of their rugby in the opposition 22 are generally the ones that will come out as winners. And for me, what happens is teams end up playing in this middle part of the field where it makes it hard to score. So in those instances, when you get free backfield, when it's turnover ball, have a look at the backfield first, because you can just put a kick into space and then you're putting so much pressure on your opposition. And I think in the women's game, you've got the likes of Mo Hunt that do. I thought Kira Bevan and Holly Aitchison did it very well for Bristol last weekend. But ultimately, more teams do that, because as soon as you're in 22s, you are much more likely of getting penalties and you've got a higher percentage of scoring.
Ball's gone.
Here comes Mo Hunt. Metcalf.
Tackle!
Somehow stayed in field. Beckett, nobody carries more for this Gloucester-Hartpury side. George couldn't take the pass, it was fizzing towards her. Couple now. It's Williams, the replacement for Gwen Crabb. Now Beckett again, and that's unsympathetic as well. And Sarah Beckett acknowledges it, just puts the hand up, and the attack comes to nothing in the end.
Just got caught in two minds, didn't you, whether to carry or pass, I think, in then instance there's nothing on, go pass. But here we see Mo Hunt's break, wrong other side of the scrum, that little cheeky little dummy. And again, just how we know how much she creates for this Gloucester-Hartpury, and that's her at her best. You know, Rachel Johnson is no slouch, and she buys that little dummy there from Mo Hunt. Nice little ball to Metcalf, gives her an opportunity just to have a nice little dart round the sideline.
Taking the line out, Gloucester. And Williams. Dying embers of this first half as Brock. Big shot at her from Maisie Allen. The Red Rose.
Ball is out. Thank you, Eric.
Lewis.
Tackle, release!
Held up just for a moment from Menin. George trying to find a way through, eventually caught by Totosi. Kelsey Jones. Jones, the replacement hooker, on the bench. Higher, slotting it at first receiver, and then...
No, nothing. No, tackle made anyway.
Back against the grain. Gloucester forwards offering themselves as runners
Backwards,
constantly. Hunt again, told to play on. It's slowed down momentarily.
Tackle!
Nice footwork from Muir just to get away from the first defender. Then it's Matthews and Brock. Again, one-out runners for Gloucester-Hartpury. Punch some holes and attract some defenders. At the moment, the Chiefs and their supporters infused by this defensive effort, and they've turned it over here, Exeter. They've turned this ball over. And Brooke Bradley gets that ball off the field at the end of this first half. An absolutely brilliant first half of rugby here at Kingsholm, a rerun of last year's final. We thought it was going to be a great contest. It is, only 5 points in it. Half-time score, Gloucester-Hartpury 17, Exeter 12. Just about set for this second 40 minutes. Single score within this one, between last year's champions and last year's runners-up. Clicky George. Gloucester-Hartpury fly half. Gets us underway. Goes downtown for Bradley to take it and feed Maisie Allen.
Hold them onside.
Young lady Maisie Allen, but plenty was spoken about her when she first went into the England camp. A real leader, despite her tender years. There's Emma Singh, who gets better and better at every minute she's on the field. Indecision from Hunt. Decides to come down this short side, which, of course, they got a huge amount of go forward in that first half. George. Yuri's in that midfield. Polk and hands as well. Hyatt. Little show, and she has a little dart. Ure again. He's out for large sways at the beginning of this season. Here's Beckett. Big power runners that Gloucester-Hartpury use. George. Lewis. Hendy again, impressed, really has. Shirley was talking about her this week in the press conference, well, press conference for local media. George, Singh could have gone out again to Matthews. There was some space there. Now it arrives there, but it's intercepted. Cannon.
No!
One of the Utes should have gone and tried to force it and just handed this ball back to Exeter, who we pleased with our opening defensive set.
Yeah, huge defensive set, and now a good opportunity for them to exit and to push Gloucester back to their halfway.
And we're playing on from the knock-on from Emma Singh.
Off feet, leave it!
Cannon is there. That's the Gloucester-Hartpury 10-metre line. Bradley. De Velden, Tessier, finds a huge amount of space. Sinclair is screaming after it. Hendy has a look over her shoulder. Yep, they're breathing down your neck. Sinclair is in there, gets smashed out of the way, but not before she wins the penalty.
Hitting your own player.
What a turnaround from Exeter Chiefs. From the interception, find themselves now with a penalty, 6.5 metres shy of the Gloucester-Hartpury line.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge, wasn't it? We thought all Gloucester just going through the faces, going through their motions. One bad decision by Claky George, a good intercept, and now they're defending their 5-metre line against an Exeter team that have gone 2 from 2. So you would just see it, and she just gets in the passing channel. It's a really, really smart bit of defensive work, and the transition from that was very, very good. A nice kick from Tessier, and now they've got to defend their line.
Ready, then time on.
Matthews has had to leave us. Jeffries takes the line out. Such a weapon.
That's one.
To Tosi, crabbing, trying to find a chink in the armour here, Exeter. They've gone around that right-hand side, they're still on their feet, they're up and over, and the referee's arm is raised. And it's now 3 from 3 from the driving line out. And Exeter Chiefs just refuse to go away. And it's that lady again, all the way from Canada, Emanita Tosi.
great work from her pack in front of her, though, isn't it? Yes, she will get her name on the try score sheet, but it's the pack that does the work. And for me, it all turned from that bit of transition play from Exeter, you know. Under pressure, Gloucester have the ball, and the difference in momentum swings. And this is why rugby is such a great game, right? We're at the other end in something that Exeter feel very comfortable with, very controlled. Ball is always safe at the back of that. And again, Emily Tutozzi gets reward from a great work by her pack.
Just a super kick.
Great kick, but she's also the highest kicking percentage, has the highest kicking percentage in the league. And I think for Exeter, the second part of the season, moments like that from Gabby Katona are going to be huge, especially if they're going to go and beat one of these top 4 sides.
They've got to restart right as well. It's so important, isn't it? You score a try, just to settle things down again.
Yeah, excellent.
And I think if you look at the games, sometimes that's the most common place for errors to happen. Is almost you score a try, people relax, they switch off a little bit, and then somebody knocks on. But there, Exeter on point, and again they've pushed Gloucester right back into their 22.
Okay, and count the numbers first.
Always interested to see how these teams come to the ground. Exeter seems really, really relaxed, almost jovial.
Your own gap to set. That's
Quick
it,
chat with Steve Selby, the forwards coach. As you were saying, that Susie was relaxed and happy with what she was doing. They look relaxed and comfortable with what they're doing off the back of a 19-all draw against Harlequins, who are a side struggling in this league.
Fine right now, good, thank you,
I mean, there's a bit of pressure on Exeter, isn't it? You know, Susie is a very, very driven coach. She wants his side to go and win the league. You know, being in 2 finals, there is a bit of pressure there, but ultimately it's a long season. As long as she finishes in the top 4 and knowing that the final is going to be at Sandy Park will boost this side.
Joy to 3 outsider. Difficult to get that ball away as Tessier puts it into the sky. As the rain and the drizzle comes down here again in Gloucestershire. Home of the champions, home with the crown champions.
Hold in front, 5, 6.
Tessier.
11 on.
Across the field. Made it difficult for her teammates to stay outside that 10-metre line as Beckett comes away again. Here's Brock. Score of the 3rd try. George pulls it back for Hyatt. It's longer still to Hendy. Gets through that first tackle again. 2nd tackle and powers on. Oh, she's going. Just about. Dragged down by Exeter.
No.
What an impressive afternoon the young winger is having. Ball turned over.
No, it's not over.
Brilliant run from Pip Hendy.
Let's go. No hands,
Clocked up 128 metres last week, 3 line breaks, 7 defenders beaten. Similar kind of stat this afternoon against Exeter.
Hold in front.
Tessier. Just got the Sam his wedge out, just chip that one into touch just to clear the lines and just to make sure that everything was secure.
Okay.
Gloucester will have
so
their line out.
The pass, I think she just slipped, doesn't she? Okay. Are we going formal? Okay. We're just going to check that tackle on your player over there, okay? TMO, come in. Okay, Nancy.
Officials just want to have a little check here.
Just bear with it, Tom.
Okay, mate, no problem. Okay, angle's up now.
So you've got ball carrier coming in, player coming across, releases the ball, just catches under the chin, yeah?
Okay, so let's just see that. So let's go through the framework then, okay? So we've got a player who's upright, so she's at fault. Okay? Her right arm is wrapping. Can we just see that one from behind as well, please? There's an element of the force. There's an element of force taken out of the collision as a result of the initial tackle as well, isn't there? So the initial tackle takes the danger level down from high to low danger. There's no clear and obvious mitigation for me. So I'm going yellow card, black 4.
Agreed, Tom.
Agreed. Okay. Yeah, I've got the mark. Mark is just outside the 22, I think.
Lily van der Velde, Netherlands captain, yellow carded, as you saw, for that challenge. Correct decision for you, Katie?
I think the framework is really, really interesting, especially when it comes to how it is used by referees. For me, she's upright, she's high. I don't think the tackle makes any change in Kelsey Jones's height or changes the picture. So, look, yellow card, it'll be reviewed by the citing commissioner, we will see. But I do think, at the moment, it's interesting how it is used by referees in different cases.
Referees are human, aren't they? It's always going to be down to interpretation. As a game, we just have to accept that it's not always going to be the same decision every time, because it's not run by robots just yet. What it does do is give Gloucester-Hartpury, of course, a player advantage, and they've taken the line out, which has been wobbly, isn't it? To let Neve Jones is the player who's come on for Alex Matthews. Of course, Kate Williams came on earlier in the piece for Gwen Crabb. So the hooker. One of 2 on the field now. Hunt. Sent its building here for Gloucester-Hartpury. Beckett, they marshalled her well. Know what a danger she is with ball in hand.
Gone backwards.
Hannah Jones now has smashed the ground for Jeffries. Now there's a bit more space for Emma Singh. That looked flat. The pass to the fullback. That close now. 15 against 14, of course. Players lining on this left-hand side.
Tackle, release, everyone!
Brock again. Close quarters, George. Perhaps the option. Now the back was better. It's quick ball though, and it's Mo Hunt sneaking around the side, as Mo Hunt does. Try for the ringmaster of this circus. Back in the lead, Gloucester-Hartpury.
Good little spot from her, isn't it? Again, the line-out hasn't gone to hand, but ends up with Maud Muir, and again, you just see how quickly Gloucester fall into their shape forwards round the corner. Thought Bethan Lewis has been very, very good. Good, solid carry, but it's the speed of Exeter's breakdown, isn't it? The speed that Mo Hunt is there, the speed that they get the ball away, just doesn't allow Gloucester to set, and I think Gloucester played with their shape today. I mean, it's a very easy try, wasn't it? Mo pretty much fell over the line, to be honest, but the speed of the forwards, the speed of their ball, that's what's causing extra problems.
Yeah, certainly increased, and always does with Gloucester-Hartpury when they get into the opposition 22. Bonus point score then for Mo Hunt, Gloucester-Hartpury and her personally.
They made hard work of it though, didn't they? You know, they kept taking that tight physical option, obviously wanting to go through Exeter. Like you said, it's potentially an option to play out the back and go to the edge a bit earlier.
There's that lady you were talking about. Lady M. Bethan Lewis.
I think she's been really, really good for Gloucester today. Her and Brock have been workhorses, got through a lot of work, but a lot of gain line carrying.
Rock on the down two.
Hobbled around and look at the advantage that Gloucester-Hartpury have got now. The last 20 minutes when these two played back in December, the league changed 4 times in the last 20 minutes.
That same stability
it's that
then,
kind of ding-dong. occasion. It's exactly the same again here as Totosi makes way for Cliona Maloney.
And it's what you want to see, isn't it? You know, the top 4 sides should be within a score of each other. We know Exeter have come back in, then Gloucester have taken the momentum back. They've got an early score. I think Exeter now, for me, need to get some points on the board next because they don't want Gloucester to get into a 2-score lead.
Set!
Reynolds has the quality of
Guys,
Cliona
you're both hitting
Maloney.
down. No.
34
You're both hitting down. Just hit up for me, please. Bring that head up, hit up, not down. Okay?
Irish Player of the Year a couple of years ago. Superb with her arrows in the middle of that scrum. She'll add some real physicality, won't she?
Yeah, she's a phenomenal player, you know. I think, for me, she's an all-round hooker, you know. She can throw, she can scrummage, she can do all that set piece. But it's what she does off the ball and in that open play that we see the best of Cliona Maloney.
In terms of set-piece battle, definitely the way of Exeter Chiefs. And you have to keep in mind, of course,
Number
that
3 to knee.
they're a player down. This is all ticking the clock away. And while we've got this little break of play, let's speak to one of the England coaching staff down here with Ashley.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Johnny. Yes, I'm here with Sarah Hunter, wrapped up warm amongst the crowd. They are crazy. They are shouting, they're screaming. They're really loving the contest we've got between these two teams. What are you making of it?
Yeah, it's a great game, isn't it? You know, Exeter are going through their power game and then more than Gloucester are looking to play it. And certainly for the neutral, it is a great game to watch.
We've got such star quality across both of these sides, which makes it so much more exciting as well. The international superstars out there today. Who have you got your eye on, especially with Six Nations just around the corner?
Yeah, so obviously we've all got to watch programme as England coaches, so I've got the job of keeping an eye on the back row, so a couple of players out there, obviously Alex Matthews, Sarah Beckett, Maisie Allen, just to name a few that we're sort of seeing how they go today.
Well, we can't wait for the announcement. The announcement for the Six Nations England team is obviously up on March the 11th. What can we expect from the England team this year, especially with the World Cup just around the corner? We'll be trialling a few new things?
Yeah, I think for us the focus will be around how we keep striving to get better. You know, we're a new group, we're a new coaching group, and this is our first Six Nations together, so we obviously had WXV, we're trying to implement the way we want to play. This is another opportunity, and yes, we won out there, but we know the rest of the nations in the Six Nations competition are going to be competitive, and we're going to have to keep getting better, keep raising the game, and that's what we're striving for. So yeah, we've got a couple of weeks together over the next few weeks before we hit the ground running against Italy.
We cannot wait. Just quickly, score prediction on this one.
I don't know, it could go either way. I wish I had a crystal ball.
Thanks for your time. Cheers, Sarah.
George Lewis, numbers on that right-hand side. Hannah Jones is one of them. Emma Singh is outside. She has to cut back inside because of the angle of Jones. Whisked away.
Lock on advantage.
John, Cecilia Turpolotu has joined us as well. Fizzing pass for Hannah Jones and Emma Singh. Acres and acres of space.
Yeah, it was Gloucester at their best, wasn't it? Ball being offloaded, being passed. Really, really nice phase of play from Gloucester. And when you watch it back here, you know, you just see the soft hands. I think it's Beckett, and then great straighten by Clayton George. Bethan Lewis again in the middle, good ball. And for me, Hannah Jones just needs to run straight there. She runs Emma Singh out of space, travelling in towards that touchline. If she straightens up there, fixes some defenders, she gives Emma Singh an opportunity to have a one-on-one. That's a really interesting stat again. You know, one-score game, 368 metres versus 174, and there is one score in it.
So I need your height up, okay?
Olivia Ortiz.
I'll get out your way, you go that side for me, there we go.
For Exeter Chiefs, but Bradley's started 12 games now.
Yeah, protecting it.
Crouch!
Try assist Merchant as well, but it's the US Eagle 16 times.
Set!
DMP, didn't she? Waters.
Ball is out, ball is clearly out.
Huge scrum from Gloucester-Hartpury. Ball was out at Alex Tessier, the Canadian, the first to react.
Not what you want as a fly half.
Your first scrum, new scrum half as well. Sixes and sevens there is an area that's been so clean for the Chiefs today.
Hold that.
I have to clear their lines again.
Hold in front.
Tessier standing well behind her try, like does exactly that.
Watch this scrum here, isn't it? Exeter look like they're under control, and then you just get that secondary shove. Rachel Johnson has no idea, and fair play to Alex Tessier, because that ball is coming back. She's under a lot of pressure there. It's very, very brave just to go and get hold of that ball.
16, give me 2 meters. Thank you.
I'm not sure I would have done that before you say it.
More! One, get out now.
Mind reader, pop that on your list of things you do as well, Katie.
Through the middle, bound in. Tackle, release it!
Can't get that driving ball going. That's been excellent defensive effort from Exeter all day long. Breakdown was a real mess last week. It's Harlequins, that was a frustrating 19-all draw. Used the ball well as Hyatt comes away, and George needs to get the pass. Hendy came back inside, and then she hits the power button. Repelled this time. Tuipulotu, fresh. Exeter come straight through off their feet. Penalty will be Gloucester-Hartpury's, but they want something more here.
Penalty advantage, Gloss.
Wide pass to Hendy. Tessier's there, will come back for that penalty.
On the 5.
Exeter playing the scrum half. Five-point difference. Doesn't look like they're going for goal to potentially make it a two-score game. Going for the gamble again. Of course, remind you, Exeter down a player, of course, and in the pack.
Okay, time off.
Yeah, huge player as well, isn't it?
Yellow card coming back.
Van der Velde, but as we say that, she's now coming back on the pitch, so makes it evens at that line out.
That second row now.
Okay, time on, please.
Look at Friday, who's on the field. Back up to 15 then, Exeter. He's the Dutch
Balls
captain.
at the front, play. More!
Brock took the line out, and then they set.
No, she's not. She's always
Go left, and then they go right. Exeter Chiefs.
I agree, you're bounding.
Repelling initially. But this is the super player of the day, isn't it? The driving line out. Tom Foley says it's held up.
No, I'm not checking because I've got sight of the ball throughout. The ball's always
Couple of times now for
No,
Gloucester-Hartpury. Not as clean as Exeter.
I enjoy that refereeing as well. Tom Foley's had a minute there just to give himself an opportunity to have a look. I think sometimes we refer up really quickly when actually gives himself a couple of angles, isn't happy it's grounded, fine. Let's play on, let's keep the pace of the game going.
Dorsey Television match official in the World Cup final.
As long as they can do what they want behind the 5, but...
Women's World Cup final, we should say. No other option but to look for Beckett, and bundles away into that 22 now. Got a penalty as well. Williams grabs another couple of metres. Gloucester-Hartpury just not going away here. They want to try. It's not done. We'll come back for the penalty, not rolling away, Exeter.
On the 15, yeah.
She carries so well, doesn't she?
So well. Sorry, Johnny. And she's just such a big carrier, isn't she? You know, drives her legs, powerful. She's been through a lot of work today in this last 60 minutes. But for me, cheap penalty by Exeter. You know, Dalika Menon didn't roll away there. It just gives Gloucester another bite of the cherry.
They'll be on the end of the line, guys. Just set the gap.
You don't waste your evenings, do you?
We see here, though, there, you know, she offend, ball's nice and safe, and then that's the penalty, isn't it? You've got to roll away. Anything in your 22, you can't be lying on the wrong side of the ball.
And she and our reference Mo Hunt at the same time.
What's going on? Let me find out what's going on, and then we'll do it.
Latest World Cup 2022 for England Red Rose is very, very difficult. She's been a integral part in the lead up to it. She's bounced back incredibly well, really enjoying her rugby here.
It's great to see, isn't it? You know, her and Mo, such good players, and Gloucester brings out the best of them.
Mo, just step
I think
me.
for them, the next bit is to try and translate that form, hopefully if they get an opportunity, into a white shirt.
More! That's one.
Again, they're looking to get this driving ball
Mo,
going.
let's start using then.
I hope Rogers, who's all the way around here, hasn't changed her mind.
Black player
And again, that
binding, that's
initial
fine.
defence is really good. And then
Use
Maisie
it.
Allen again hasn't changed her mind. And she's come round the side, just slowed it all down for Millie Hyatt to take a hard angle. And a lightning quick ball again for George, for Sim. Great tackle, George.
Let go of the ball.
Brilliant try-saving tackle from the Exeter fullback. Kobayashi this time meets Brock. So physical, with all the subtle skills as well, the Japanese international. Six fans. Done by Tuapolotu.
Guys, I'm just giving you a chance.
And the team will be happier in the last 5 minutes. Will be Exeter as we go to this final quarter of this game. That is a superb defensive set. 2 line outside from the line. They've come away with 0 points.
Yeah, huge defensive work and defensive effort from Exeter there, you know. And it, to be honest, if you're Gloucester, and I think if you're Sean, then you'll probably be a little bit disappointed with that. Still only 6 points in it, 5 points in it even, 1 score. That means if Exeter can get our feet, can build a bit of territory. They're still in this game. Exeter had, Gloucester had 2 driving line-outs to try and convert as well.
When we spoke when that first penalty was getting very, very kickable, would have taken them out to an 8-point lead. Tell Taz Bricknell.
Crunch!
Regular viewers of this league will remember
Bind!
performing in a Worcestershire.
Set!
Very abrasive player. 3
Send the
times
ball, mate.
already. Coupling that comeback against
Knock on it, then.
SLT. Rob Wilkins just on the field, just not up to the pace of the game.
I think that's harsh on Robin Wilkins here. I think a bad pass, ball that's dropping, cold day. In your 22, you want something that's safe
Come on, guys,
and to your hand,
let's go.
especially
Let's go.
your first involvement in the game. So I think she'll be disappointed with herself. But if you look at this pass from Rachel Johnson, it's not as a fly half travelling where you want that ball to be landing.
And you played
Fly half.
fly half.
I will defend my fly halves with my life.
I think she would have been disappointed, wouldn't she? 65 caps for her country, Rob Wilkins.
Set!
Oh, he just came up. Down to your knowledge, of course. Far superior. Lewis, another Welsh player.
Shot! No!
Gets through Wilkins, it's been turned. Now close now, Gloucester-Hartpury. Looking for try number 5.
Knock on advantage only.
Knock on advantage for Brock to power through anyway. She doesn't want to stop playing. Georgia Brock. One of this young contingent from Gloucester-Hartpury coming in underneath all these seasoned internationals. A second try of the afternoon. Did she mean it?
I think her and Beth and Lewis have gone so well. Like we know, it came from the air, but Lewis there just gets off so well, beats Robin Wilkins, is so close. Really good job of rolling back, and then here, good bit of footwork, just gets low nice and early, and for me that is so crucial. She stays high, the likelihood of she's going to get held up there, player on either side. She dips before the post. Rachel Johnson could do absolutely nothing to stop that ball getting over the line.
Excellent game against Sale. Last round. No problem at all now. Emerson missed the first couple, didn't she? Missing from her. 31 points to 19.
Didn't look like she was expecting it watching it from this angle, did she? But again, the post is her friend in that instance. Doesn't allow the tackler to come up and get underneath her. Like I say, she drops her height extremely well.
That ability to get into a strike, get into a power strike really quickly. She's had an impressive afternoon. But Hendy would be another one on that list, I would have thought, for your MVP.
Yeah, definitely. You would have thought first half Emma Singh was outstanding, wasn't she? 1 try, 1 assist. But like I say, Lewis, Brock, Hendy, the second half, Beckett as well, been very good.
About 10 minutes or so to continue thinking on that one before we announce that one.
End of the line. End of the line there, Gloss, please. Stay there, Gloss, don't creep, don't creep, don't creep.
I got the peel. I got the peel.
Off the bench again. She's going to try every time she starts and see if she can get one here. Rachel Johnson, intended recipient. Here she goes, Cleaner Maloney, that fend of hers. Ortiz. Another US Eagle, Hope Rogers. Wilkins. There's 2 distributors on the field now, haven't they? Wilkins and
Good work,
Tessier.
thank you.
Cantona.
Taking the ball.
Brecknell. Can't do anything about the turnover. It's Brock again. That is superb work from the blindside flanker. Such an industrious afternoon. And it's Lewis again.
Holding on. No advantage coming. Slow ball.
Such a crucial turnover that, wasn't it? You know, Exeter building patterns, had a first bit of territory, starting to go through them phases, and it's just such an energy sucker as well. When you see the good carry, she backs away. The position and the strength, she's so low that once that clear comes in, she's got hands on the ball, and she's the only way that ball is going back is back onto a Gloucester side.
On the 10, Extra on the 10. Use the 10 then, X, please.
Numbers, please, Gloucester. Will it be 5?
Time off.
Better be 5.
I'll find out for you guys. You'll be on the 10 anyway, okay?
4 games. Your viewing pleasure this weekend. This game here on TNT, and then we've got another offering for you tomorrow. TNT Sports 1, 2:30 from Franklin's Gardens. Loughborough Lightning against Katie Daly McLean's Sale Sharks.
Okay. Come on with the
Next Friday, back here for the next round of PWR action. It'll be just a super, I can assure you. Gloucester-Hartpury against Harlequins. 7:15 for that one. TNT Sports 1. Hunter George is a well-tried and tested combination. George just tried to float one over the top of Cantona. Very quick of mind. Gabby Cantona. There's Lynch. Just allowing those forwards to reset. Nice quick ball. And Wilkins. Clearly put Robin Wilkins in for that kicking ability that she has now. They've got 2 good kickers on the field, haven't they? Wilkins and Tessier, and they're both right in the backfield here now, behind the initial defensive line. Hyatt. Brock.
No 50-22.
Once again, just trying to thread it through for Tessier. Now there's some space here, isn't there?
All on.
Bounce to that rugby ball, though, just was kind to the Welsh fly half. Sets off. That bit of power, isn't she? To her game.
No, 50-22.
George again goes high, just in front of that 22-metre line. It's
outside.
Super kick.
Metre inside. That's okay.
Ah, just as good.
Tony Cramp, we're playing on.
2 Welsh stars. Little high five as well.
It's a nice little battle, that, isn't it? You know, with Six Nations looming, you'd argue that Clancy George is sitting quite comfortably in that 10 shirt, but Robin Wilkins has been around for a long time, you know, and we're seeing a bit of kick tennis here. She gets a lovely little bounce there, and again, it just allows Exeter to build a bit of territory, because that's what they're lacking. We know how dominant they're. 3 from 3 from that drive and line out, but it's no use if you keep having that line out on the halfway line.
Time off.
Last 10 minutes of this game. Tom Foley says let's just pause for a moment. There's an injury as Nora Delgado just gets the call to Kelsey Jones.
That's why we're stopping.
Delgado, formerly of Exeter. Spanish captain.
This is a change, yeah, that's why we stopped.
Bimba. Big part of when Exeter Chiefs started up, of course, only a few years ago now with Patricia Garcia. So only their 70th Premiership game.
Hang on, wait. Come on then, guys, let's go.
49 of them.
Time on when she throws it, please, Eric. Time on when she throws it.
Looks like Mo Hunt is going off. Let's get the thoughts then of her coach, Sean Litt, Ashley.
You can just hear the reception that Mo Hunt has walking off the field. The crowd here today have been amazing.
Yeah, they truly have. That's why we love playing at Kingsholm, and this crowd is quality, and the girls have just raised to it, and you swear we play with 16 men, so thank you.
You are starting to pull away in terms of the scoreline. You did have a few opportunities to convert tries which didn't come off. You did get the second brace for Georgia Brock, though. What have you made, especially of the second half?
Yeah, look, I agree. You know, we wanted to just play that territorial game again, making sure that we're punishing Exeter down in their own half. They've had a lot in that first half. They've got a lot of ins through the driving wall. And Pip Henley's another one who's played outstanding. So, yeah, they're starting to move the ball about in this greasy weather, and you know, set piece has gone very well for us that scrum time again. So, very pleasing. Credit
to Exeter, though, because they are putting you under pressure defensively, aren't they?
Putting us under massive pressure, you know, and we knew going into this game it was going to be a huge physical game. Even their red zone defence has been absolutely outstanding. So we're really digging deep for this, and we're still nervous going in on the 70-minute mark.
You've got 10 minutes to go. What do you want to see from your team?
Yeah, just playing that territorial game again, making sure that we can force Exeter to play out to their own half and make them make the errors.
See out the win, eh?
Fingers crossed.
Thanks for your time, Sean. Cheers.
Sean Litt, head coach of Gloucester-Hartpury. Gloucester-Hartpury, isn't it? He's a lecturer, and Mo Hunt was a student at the college. The men's team to a handful of titles. Some great work with the women as well, but he won't be happy with that penalty being conceded. Apart from that one scrum, that is an area that Exeter Chiefs will be very happy with. Tessier puts to touch.
Gloucester will be on the end of that line. And
Exeter Chiefs can build from here.
Really, really important that Exeter Chiefs get some points on the board. And like you say, as now into Gloucester-Hartpury's half, they just need to keep the ball, go through their phases, not force their play, because it's really easy when you chase the score to force the offload. 10 minutes is a long time, more than enough to get 2 scores.
And look to exit towards that Gloucester-Hartpury line. Maloney fires away again. Look at that pass to Tessier. Little wrapper out. Sinclair, now she's got real pace. No tackle, said the referee. She's allowed to continue. Now they need to show that patience. Robbie Leach, take it.
Advantage over.
Katie Matheson came on to Hunt. Just kick that one down. And Cannon. Hannah Jones just about keeps hold of her. Harriet Miller-Mills on the field now. She's the decoy this time. Hope Rogers. Oh, a huge collision. It's been so physical, isn't it? Cantona now. Tessier. Bricknell with a simple but important pass. Lynch to Miller-Mills. From Neve Jones. Lynn was talking about, wasn't he, the physicality of this.
No, 50-22.
Wilkins. Clearly to kick that ball, to play the rugby in Gloucester's territory. Very much the case since Rob Wilkins has come on. Just another boot to try and fire that ball down there, but still the lead is with Emma Singh's side.
Yeah, it's tough for Exeter, you know, chase the score, you want to play. Having a couple of line breaks on the edges, but that midfield defence from Gloucester, the dominance in some of them collisions, to Alopu, and I think Neve Jones in that instance. You see Maloney break there, she throws the big pass, and this is what I mean about fours. It's a lovely little wrap from Sinclair, and she gets in behind, but it's what next for Exeter. I think for me that's a bit, their forwards are struggling to really get in behind Gloucester.
Cantona up against Matheson and Hendy. They're not rolling away now. A couple of times his decision may have against Exeter the breakdown.
It's your own plays, lad.
It was against Harlequins, and they've taken a quick tap penalty. Could have gone into the corner.
Backwards, play all backwards.
Referee happy to play on. Hanlon. 18, new tie head prop for Exeter there. That's very forward, but of course can't be the fly half salt.
No, definitely the forward. Harriet Miller-Mills there. I'm not sure she was expecting it. I think she was just running that line as kind of a decoy in that instance. But for me, we see here she's well in front, isn't she, of Robin Wilkins. And again, just a cheap turnover possession for Exeter Gloucester. For me, not sure they should have gone quickly with the penalty. You know, their line out has been so dominant. Tessie has been very good, making sure she hits the line. And I'm not sure Exeter have it in them to go quickly.
Crunch.
As you say, you go into the corner.
Bind.
3 tries.
Set.
They're 3 tries, all from the driving line out.
Okay. Thanks, E.
Ortiz took it quickly now. She's trying to turn that ball over, and she's got a second bite to the cherry, though. She's got a second bite here.
Strong position,
and this time it's not going quickly.
No, I think all the forwards had a hold of Ortiz there, didn't they? Saying this is only going one place and it's going to the line.
The drums are being beat by the Chiefs fans. Tessier has put it into that corner. What a grandstand finish you would have.
15.
If Exeter score here. Bonus point as well. As Lizzie Goulden comes on, flash comes on for Emma Singh.
They score here as well and potentially get some 2 points from this game. You know, 4-try bonus and then within 7, which will be huge as they chase the leaders in this league.
Tackle the lifter, not the jumper. 18 out now.
Good points, wouldn't it? A grandstand finish. That's what the neutrals are hoping for. They've managed to get it to ground, though, Gloucester.
Still penalty
and there's some space through the middle, is there? Hope Rogers meets Tuapolotu. Not for the faint-hearted. Hanlon. Ortiz. Flips it away. Cantona. This time, Harriet Miller-Mills is better placed for the pass. Advantage to Exeter again. Friday, former Ireland captain. Now concentrating her rugby on club rugby. Hannah Jones is taking Tessier in the air.
She's jumped to take the pass. Nothing she can do about that, but we're coming back.
He's very happy with the tackle. Oohs and ahs around. Another penalty here
guys,
for Exeter.
Next time somebody kicks the ball away, somebody will go. Right? It's at the 15. Tackle the lifter, not the jumper.
Exeter won't happy with the ball being kicked away. Next time it's a yellow card, says the referee.
Gloucester on the line. On the line, please, Gloucester.
It's a wobbly one from Tessier. Sort of a metre and a half shy of the ultimate kick in that situation. Cleaner Maloney. It's to Miller Mills at the front.
Backwards up
Then Maloney gets it. She's on this right-hand side. Now it's almost a scrum. And back on this left-hand side. If Exeter had a superpower, it would be the driving line-out, wouldn't it?
Outside advantage, penalty.
Friday, another penalty here. Coming to Exeter, but the clock is against them.
Penalty advantage, Exeter.
May as well go for broke here, and they have. Just short, Rachel Johnson waits. She has it now. Beckett was lying in wait. Short side now, and they score.
Sorry.
Brecknell. Was the NFL style, so go over the top. Ortiz, Wilkins, Tessier, Sinclair, Trot. Had to come in the end for Exeter. They're playing advantage. Tosing, Maisie Allen, Delma Martin, got to get on with this. Within 7 points and the bonus point, there's 2 match points there already for Exeter.
Yeah, which is huge again. Made hard work of it again. Used that short side, 3v2, and just really good hands. Nice straight shoulders, fixing defenders, and give Sinclair, an option just to run in. But all the work done by the forwards. Well, like you say, 2 points is huge for Exeter. You know, they came here looking for the win. If they leave with 2, I think they'll be happy because probably their second half hasn't been as strong as Gloucester's.
Third quarter very much belonged to Gloucester-Hartpury. Going to make it. This conversion with Sinclair's score.
Just good hands, isn't it? Didn't give Pettendy anything to do there. No option to bundle her into touch. Tessier went straight. Rodden Wilkes went straight. Nice finish there from Sinclair.
Yes, I got it. Yeah, so we got about
7 points the difference.
Eric? Coach me.
In the final minute, the referee says time off.
Okay, just keep it on. Okay, thank you. Okay, time on.
Doige is under 13 now. Streets Friday, they're going to have to go from a distance here. Got 30 seconds away from going red. They may well have to build up the phases and go all the way unless Gloucester-Hartpury give a penalty where they've loaded this short side though. Hope Rogers. Ortiz. Friday again has been full of her traditional industrious work since she's come on.
On the ball.
Brecknell. Wilkins to Miller Mills. Just sidestep that initial contact. That's come off a Gloucester leg, has it? It's knocked on, said the referee, and that is the final whistle. They were going to have to go the full way, weren't they? Exeter Chiefs, but the day belongs to the champions yet again against Exeter Chiefs. Superb match down to that final minute in the end. It's Gloucester-Hartpury have the full 5 points. Exeter come away with 2 match points, but again unable to beat Gloucester-Hartpury. The final score at Gloucester-Hartpury. 31, Exeter Chiefs 24.